So after an absolute train wreck of the first time trying to get corn combined off, we're finally combining corn here. Tested moisture's around 15%, which is pretty low, so that's good. Yield, have no idea what this field's going to yield until we're done. The combine we're running is a John Deere 6620 with a John Deere 444 4-row wide head, corn head on it. So let's talk it. More combine videos. So I kind of alluded to it in the very beginning about the issues we were having this year. The combine corn head that the neighbor had was narrow row, and the way that we had our planter set up from when we used to pick corn was wide. So it took me a while, and luckily I reached out to a neighbor who had a wide corn head, and he let me borrow that corn head as long as we got it up and running. So some oil, some elbow grease, some regular grease, a little bit later, and we're in business now. So everything, knock on wood, is working just fine. Probably shouldn't have said that. You can tell this corn's really dry. Deer damage inside of it, but had to get it off. There's definitely spots in this corn that's pretty decent, and there's others that are not. I know we talked about it a couple times, but corn's not bad here. And you walk in, rows and then get like that, just destroyed, nothing here, and you get deer tracks. Show you another section that's pretty bad, but here is an example of a really terrible spot. Look at that. Not going to pull in good bushel to the acre when you're dealing with spots like that with deer damage. So I really didn't get to shoot an intro video on the combining off our corn. That's all done. Check out some of these clips here of us taking off the first combine corn that I know of on this farm. Normally we used to pick it. Look who's coming down the road. Yeah, we got the neighbor to come and take off the corn for us. I actually borrowed that 444 wide row, 4-row picker, or four-row combine head off of a neighbor. Shout out to the Suter farm in Ruffsdale. They let me borrow that head, and it worked out really well. We got the corn off in about 3 hours. And yeah, all that corn went down the road, and it's now at the local feed mill. So I don't know, obviously the combine's a little older, so I don't know bushel to the acre. I can tell you it's not going to be as good as I hope or wish I would have had, but something's better than nothing. We'll have to look at the returns from this year, from the input costs and everything else, and see if it's worth doing it again next year. So current plan now is to brush hog the corn stalks, and if I can, I don't know how slimy it is, I'm going to conventionally till up that ground for next year. And you know, if the numbers work out well, we'll plant corn back in there, and if the numbers don't, that'll turn into a hayfield. So that's kind of the update of where we're at. We got the corn off, heading down the road, and yeah, now it's time to start moving some hay. Get this stuff. This load of hay right here is actually, this load of hay that I'm loading out today is actually heading to Missouri to a feed lot. So some high quality cow chow is going to be heading down the road.